I definitely talk a lot. That's in my game. I talk a lot to the opponent, my teammates even. This is a part of my game, so it won't take me off my focus just because I've been doing this so long. It's a part of my game, and it shows my expressions, for the game. I love the game, and I would say it started in high school. When I was young, our coaches was the talkers on the sideline. I carried that into college, and my junior college team was the same way. And East Carolina, that's how we was. We was a gritty team.
Welcome to the Call The Huddle Podcast, everyone. My name is Xavier, and today I have an interview with one of my favorite safeties in the 2024 NFL draft class. I've had my attention with him for a long time, and he's been balling at East Carolina University. Julius Wood is his name. He's from Columbus, Ohio. Julius spent his first 2 years of college at Blinn Community College in Texas before transferring for the next 3 at East Carolina. Just this past season, Julius finished as a first-team All-ACC conference safety at East Carolina, finishing with 87 tackles, 2 interceptions, and 3 tackles for loss, among a couple other stats, after being named full-time starter after the 2021 season. He and Julius talked about a lot of great things from his draft process to his upcoming pro day and a lot of his inspirations and passions in football. So I hope you guys enjoy our conversation as always, and thank you for watching. I'm excited for this, man. Like I said, this has been a long time coming. Obviously, you reached out to me like forever ago, it feels like. So I'm hyped, like I said. Let me start off with just a fun one that I always start off with. Like I said, LeBron or Jordan, who are you going with as an athlete, sports, and why?
I gotta go LeBron, of course. We from the same state, Ohio, so I gotta go with the home state. I just feel like LeBron's, just a complete basketball player. Like, he really doesn't have too many flaws. He dominant, same way I try to pride myself on the field being dominant. So I got to go with LeBron from the home state.
That's cool. Yeah, no, I know you're from Ohio, and then you went to Blinn Community College that's in Texas, right?
Yes, sir. Brenham, Texas.
Right. And then you, the last 4 years at East Carolina of your football career. Just going into the next couple questions, that'll be fun. Xbox or PlayStation, Julius?
Xbox. I've been with Xbox since I started playing the game. My brother gave me his Xbox when I was young, and I never looked back. I never went to the PlayStation. I never converted. I stayed with Xbox.
Right. I've always been a PlayStation guy, but I know some people like flop back and stuff. That's cool. Drake or Future?
I got to go with Future. I like his catalog. I like Future a lot.
You got anyone that you like more than Future?
I would say who stands out more than Future. I would probably say Chief Keef is my all-time favorite, but Future is definitely probably around that 2-3 range. So yeah, Future. I like Future a lot.
I like that Chief Keef too. That's a throwback, same as Future type.
Yeah, Chief Keef started it all.
Right. That's cool. I'm gonna switch it up real quick. Like I said, I just got a couple more of these before I want to talk your career. But Taylor Swift or Beyonce?
Beyonce. I don't know too much about Taylor Swift, but I know she got a big fan base. But I would have to go with Beyonce just because I know more songs and more of her catalog.
Right. That's a good question. I like that. I've been asking that for a couple of years now, and then obviously Taylor's in football now, which is funny. A little bit more at least than she's always been. If you could play a position other than safety, like what are you picking on the football field and why, like offense or defense?
I would probably want to play running back or quarterback, just because they always got the ball in their hands, and whenever you got the ball in your hands, you can make great things happen. So I would want to do those two because I want to make great things happen.
That's cool. I like that answer. I know you had that touchdown. What game was it? What team were you guys against?
We was going against Memphis. Yep, Memphis.
Yeah. Right. Okay. Yeah, I know you had like a 40-yard return touchdown in that one. It was a good run back. That's a fun question and a fun answer with the offensive stuff. Were you more NFL or college football fan, like growing up, like until you were playing?
I was more of a college fan, just because of the fans, and like just college is just the players just is more like, I don't know how to explain it. The players are more. They're young, so they're still making mistakes. They're still, doing things that young guys do, and it just always been like real fun to watch college, and the fan bases and each stadium is different, and it just looks amazing to watch college football. So I would go college football, over NFL.
Okay, word. No, I know. Like I grew up NFL, I think personally, and then I got into college later. But I know even like you said, college, like there's more like branding or something about it with the players where they're just more like individuality. That fans like it's a little bit more fun and there's more styles and stuff. Even though the NFL is a little bit more professional.
Right.
Just talking a little bit about your career, Julius. Like I know you spent 2 years at Blinn Community College, right?
Yes, sir. I went straight out of high school to Blinn Community College.
Right.
And when I went down to Blinn Community College, it was just a wonderful experience, the whole ride while I was down there.
Yeah, if you could just talk about that, like talk about like your recap, what did you learn from those 2 years, and then going into East Carolina, what did you take from East Carolina like year by year?
So it was a big stepping stone. It was my first time leaving my family in Ohio. I never got on a flight until I went to Blinn Community College. And once I got down there to Texas, my mom, she was like, you going to be good? And I was like, yeah, I'm going to be good. I'm going to be all right. And when I got down there, I met some real great people, and everybody was on the same goal. Everybody wanted to get the same thing out of it. So, I got with some people that was like-minded just like me, and we got to work real fast. And I bonded with them guys, and I made, unconditional relationships with them guys down there. And we went through the same struggles down there. It was a hard, 2 years, but it was definitely worth it. And, and just meeting up with them people and, just grinding it out them 2 years, it really helped me and developed me into the player I became at ECU because, it taught me a lot. And it opened my mind up to so much once I went down there to Texas and just seeing how other players carry themselves and, different players' stories and everything like that. So, I knew I was going to have to make mine great.
And then talk about like the transition from Blinn to East Carolina. What was that like personally for you, and how did you handle that? And maybe, like I said, change.
The transition from Blinn to East Carolina, it was a real good transition. It was around COVID time, so I didn't take a visit up to East Carolina. My father, he told me that I would be a great fit at East Carolina because he went to do some research, and he was like, you would be a great fit up there. That's how you play, and, that's how you carry yourself. So I just went with him. I went with his word, and I trusted him, and I went down there, and when I got down to East Carolina, I just felt it. I knew it was the right place I needed to be at, and the coaches, everybody was real good to me, and I knew from the beginning that it was going to be a real good career for me to have down there.
Yeah, and I know you guys have had Coach Mike Houston there at East Carolina for a while, and have had success the last couple of years, and then this year had a couple good games too. Just talk about like what stands out to you about what's the biggest difference from those 2 years at Blinn compared to what you've stepped into at East Carolina.
At Blinn, it was really more like you had to do a lot of things on your own. You had to push yourself. You had to go put in extra work by yourself or with your teammates. Blinn, it was real. It was a real close bonding, knit group. Because we all was in the same situation. Trying to do better. So, but East Carolina was more like it was more professional, of course. It was more organized and things like that. But it would seem like it was all the same football. Just you around guys that all want to, y'all all have a common goal in mind. So, we strive to get to that goal. And, it was just a great transition because I seen myself blossom each and every year. I got smarter, I got stronger, bigger, faster, and it was just an experience that I knew probably if I went to another school, I probably wouldn't have had. But I know that me making that decision of going to East Carolina was a real great decision for me.
Yeah, and you talked about moving around, like being from Ohio and then having to go all the way down to Texas, which I didn't know Blinn was down there all the way down south until I had to like do my research on that. But just talking like after this 4 years at East Carolina, choosing to declare for the NFL draft, like what are you thinking and expecting going into this next step, and what are you focusing on?
Right now, I'm just focusing on my pro day. Of course, that's a big day
Okay.
for me to go out there and put on the show. I got real big confidence, and my preparation is nothing beyond great. So, I got to just go out there and just put it all on the line one last time out there in Greenville, North Carolina, and just do my thing. And just prove the ones who are doubting wrong. So that's what's on my mind right now, and to just continue to grow as a human being and just continue to grow on the field and off the field. So that's something that I'm working on right now.
That's cool. That's cool to hear you talk about that. When is your guys' pro days set for?
The pro day is March 26th.
Okay. That's cool. That's cool. Still got a while. That's right there in the middle of that whole season, like a month
Right.
out from the draft. Cool. Talk about just growing up. Like I know you said you're more of a college guy. Watching your game, like I said, I've been watching your highlights for a long time and then seeing what you can do, both in the box, 101 and back deep. To talk about who are some guys that you modeled your game after, maybe, or just admired, like in terms of watching guys growing up, and looking at guys comparing yourself to others.
I watched a lot of, I could say, Ed Reed. Ed Reed, I liked a lot of Ed Reed. I really liked offensive players because they had the ball in their hands, so they could go score and do celebrations. So I always liked that. I always thought I was going to be an offensive player, but I always was good at defense, and I always knew how to get to the ball, and I had good instincts. So my father, he knew I was going to play defense, but he was like, you can play offense too. He was like, but, once I feel like DB is going to be a good thing for you off your size and everything, with me having a big frame and things like that. So he was like, DB might be a real good fit for you, and you would be a big defensive back. So I was like, yeah, I took it into consideration, and once I went to DB, I played DB in high school and offense in high school. And most of my offers were for defensive back. So I just took it serious from then on, and I got better each and every year. Every time I did a drill, I felt like I got smoother, faster, just better every time I, went and did that.
What did you play when you were on offense? Because I think I missed all that.
I played wide receiver. Wide receiver, yep, wide receiver.
That's
Slot
cool.
receiver and wide receiver. I wide.
That's a good like mix. How do you feel like playing like the receiver aspect and having the footwork and just the knowledge of playing receiver? Do you feel like that's helped you at all? Like just throughout the years?
Yeah, I feel like it helped me a little bit. It was different. The transition between college and high school is different. But I feel like I still use my wide receivers moves, to shed a block or to, get around somebody to get to the ball carrier. So I feel like I still kind of use those in my game, and you know, it's just something that I feel like if you have that all around ability to be able to, you know, be able to decipher what that receiver is doing from you playing that position, then it'll be easier on you, and you will understand more of what they're trying to, do on you. So it'll be easier for you to get that IQ down.
Right. And yeah, I've been a fan of your game as a safety for a long time. And just like you said, having that background, knowing when guys are leveraging or how they're going to stem their routes and just how the offense works. Obviously, having that background is extra supportive. Have you like throughout the last couple of years or even just this off season going to the NFL? Have you had to work on your diet at all or your workout habits?
Oh yeah, I've really been down here at X3. They got us on a meal plan, so it's real like real precise what they want us to eat. We eat a lot of salmon, we eating a lot of rice, we eat a lot of greens. They got us on iron, with getting a lot of iron in our system. We're getting a lot of protein shakes, So I put on a good amount of muscle mass down here, you know, and I got stronger. I'm getting way stronger down here, and I just feel myself really, really, opening up and trying to get to that, get to my real potential that I can really get to. So, I'm getting faster down here. We're like, we're working a lot of speed things. So I kind of feel like a track athlete right now with all the speed things we're doing, but I feel like it's definitely going to translate to my game real big for me this upcoming year.
Yeah, that's cool. That's really fun to hear, and like the training aspect of that and everything you're doing out in Tennessee. Um, Talking about like stuff that you've been working on and stuff that you've been focusing on is one thing, but talk about what do you feel like you're sounding and that you've been able to prove and then like the strengths in your game. How do you feel what stands out to you in that aspect?
Definitely my strengths in my game. You know, I'm real physical. I'm a tone setter, and I'm a person who love the game. I got real good leadership skills, and you know, people tend to follow behind after me after I, just off my actions and what I do, how I carry myself. So I feel like my skill set on the field is really, self-explanatory. I make a lot of plays. I got great instincts. I'm a good ball guy when it's in the air. I find my way around the ball every time, every play, and I'm real disciplined. And I feel like I do I do a lot of things good on the field. It's really not too many flaws. It's not too many flaws on me at all. Just a great all around player. I feel like, I got a lot to learn. And, I'm a great teammate, just everything, I like to just be a great football player and as a whole. So anything that pertains to me becoming that great football player that I aspire to be, I'm willing to do it every day.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And I've talked about it. Just being like a fan of watching your game, and like your size going into the next level and everything that you bring. Uh, Obviously being like a safety, I feel like it's one of those positions on defense where you got to be versatile to do everything. And you are one of those guys that has shown that on tape and the ability to range all over the field and to do a lot of different things. Have you had a lot of experience being up in the box or out in slot and stuff like covering? And is that something that you've thought about at all?
Yeah, this past year, both our strong safeties went down, so I had to replace that position. I went from free safety to strong safety, and I had to learn the whole position within like 3 days. So I went to strong safety for about 8 games out of this last season, and I wish I would have played strong safety from the beginning. I got like probably 67 tackles in about 5 games. I got 2 interceptions at that position. And then from my free safety position, it seemed like they were going away from me in the beginning of the season. So once I transformed to boundary safety, um, I got lost because they didn't have the film on me at buck safety, so they really couldn't find me. So I had my way at buck safety, and I feel like I wish I would have played that both years. But having that versatility, it just helped me because free safety is something that I can obviously do too in space and just be in space. So I like both positions. I could do both positions.
Right. And that's like I was saying, was like the big thing about being a safety and fun to see. I know I watched some of your guys' last game of the season and I was watching you fly up in the box a lot, which I've talked about. I love from your game, just the fact that you hit and you come up and you're one of the bigger guys in the box in this draft class even. Um, Talk about being so far off the line of scrimmage mostly. And even being like when you're up at strong safety, being a little bit farther back or one-on-one with a guy. How do you define a good day for you at safety? And how you impact the team?
I define a good day for me at safety. It's just really just being sound, keeping my eyes where they're supposed to be, and just doing what I'm supposed to do in that play. When coach called the exact play, I'm supposed to do my job. Everybody, I just got to trust my teammates, all 11. If we all on one page, then we're all right. And so I feel like that's just having a good day. Obviously I'm a ball player that's going to make a lot of plays each and every game. So I feel like just me, if I just do my job, then those plays that I need to make are going to come right to me. So, just doing my job and just, uplifting my teammates and keeping that energy all 4 quarters, that we need to be able to wear the other team down and make them not really want to play us no more. So, just having a good day on game day, obviously you want the big plays, you want the picks, you want the fumble recovery for touchdowns, you want all that type of stuff. But it's some games that you just got to, just play a role and just do exactly what the coach is telling you and just, do your job the right way, how it's supposed to be done. And those plays is going to come right to you.
Right. Yeah, definitely. Like tunnel vision, like you were saying, just being focused and stuff. Like you talked about being a leader, being there in college football for as long as you have, being there at East Carolina, and being a leader and being able to get guys to look at you and follow you when you are setting that example. Julius, just talk about like what is a leader to you and what stands out about the leader role.
A leader to me is somebody who is real self-disciplined, come to work every day and just do the job that they need to do every day and just set an example for the guys, who look up to them, or maybe just be somebody who's somebody the teammates can lean on, whether it's some motivation, some guidance, if you helping them out with learning the plays or just, just redirecting the focus of the team, that's a leader in my eyes, just somebody with good character, someone who does everything right and just, you're not gonna be able to do everything right because no human is perfect, but you gotta, attack every day with that right mentality. And I feel like that's the real meaning of a leader, somebody who comes to work every day and just set the bar for the rest of the team. I feel like that's a leader.
For sure. And being like a safety where you're like a little bit more central and versatile within the defense naturally. Like you were saying, you got to be able to just roll with everyone that on the group and and adapt to the people and get people to like follow you, like you were saying exactly. Um just talk about like I got a couple more here before I want to dump into some last questions for fun. Just talk about like I know you guys had Mike Houston as the coach there at East Carolina the last couple of years. And you guys had a lot of success under him and your guys' other coaches. Just talk about some lessons and takeaways that you've taken from all of your coaches throughout your career, and who's impacted you most, and talk about that a little bit.
I feel like each and every coach had their own impact on me. Obviously, Coach Houston, he was a man of great morals, and he stayed on the same principles the same success principles, that he felt that was something that could lead you towards success. So, every day he would point out those principles on the board we have on our wall, and we would read those a lot. And the main one that stuck out to me is just having good character, being a good person, and just being open-minded about others, and just the way you treat people and things like that. That I took that away from Coach Houston, and I carry that on my back every day. And my position coach, Coach Weaver, his main praise was grit, integrity, and just violence. That's what he preached a lot, and I've always been a gritty player, but having a coach like that also lays his hat on that, it intenses that grit feel that you want, to go into a game, and just being able to dominate. So, and then like my strength coaches, Coach Big John, his main approach was 1% every day, getting better 1% every day, and just attacking each day and attacking the weight room and taking care of your body. That's a real big thing that I pride myself on. Taking care of my body. That's something that I pride myself on a lot because the best ability is being available. So if you're not a real good football player, if you're not on the field a lot, so I pride myself on just staying healthy and just taking care of my body and my well-being.
That's cool. Yeah, no, like I've talked to a lot of guys on here. Obviously, coaches are some of the most important people in all of sports, in this sport specifically. There's a lot of different types of coaches and different roles that they got. And yeah, that's a lot of cool things to hear about. Like I said, I just want to talk about some other fun questions I got here. Are you like a chirper when you're one-on-one or when you're in a game or practice or anything, or do you talk a lot?
Yeah, I definitely talk a lot. That's in my game. I talk a lot to the opponent, my teammates, even. Anything competitive, I'm a talker. I'm gonna make you feel it. I'm gonna get the advantage on you early. I'm gonna try to get out on you early, and then I'm gonna just make you feel it for the rest of the time. While we're competing. So I feel like me, having that ability to be able to get into to an opponent's head real fast and easy. It'll get them off their focus because it's a part of my game. So it won't take me off my focus just because I've been doing it so long. It's a part of my game, and it shows my expressions, for the game. I love the game. And I feel like, on the field, you're not making friends with nobody. Y'all going against each other. So, I'm not really here to make no friends or anything like that. I'm really here to, go against you and make you feel it every play, every down. So that's how I get down on the field. I'm not really the peacemaker or anything like that. We going against each other. That's how it's supposed to be. I don't really think you're supposed to be out there shaking hands and smiling. It's not, it's a football game. So that's not really a part of my game. I like to talk a lot throughout the game.
Facts. That gets you going too, probably like gets you extra going. And like I said, feeling the 101 sense and everything. Do you think that goes, does that go back your whole career? Like since you've been in sports?
It started, I would say it started in high school. I would say it started in high school. When I was young, our coaches was the talkers on the sideline. They would be arguing with the other coaches on the opposite sideline. So those were the people that was doing the arguing. But we was too young to be out there arguing. We just was out there hitting each other and just having fun, playing the game we love. But, as I got older, and once you develop your own mind, and your own mind frame of what type of player you want to be. I obviously had players that was on my team that was, friends with the opposite team, and I try to tell them, like, I would take it offensive because we got our own team, they got their own team. So we going against each other. It's no time to be doing that. So, I would say my high school team, our whole team, we didn't make amends with nobody. We wasn't giving nobody a pass. We was coming after everybody. We didn't make friends with nobody. Everybody hated us. And that's how we liked it, So I carried that into college, and my junior college team was the same way, and East Carolina. That's how we was. We was a gritty team. Every team I played for, we all been gritty, and, that's how we carried ourselves. That's what we wanted to be. We didn't want to be the ones that was pretty on game day. We wanted to be the ones that's tying up our cleats, dirty cleats. It don't matter. We going to get dirty all game. So that's how we was. We wasn't really the pretty crew. We was the ones that's going to get on you fast.
Right. And I love that part of the game, that the whole other, like I said, outside aspect of the game where some people are affected by it, and some people, like I said, it hypes your game up a little bit more and gets you feeling like a whole different aspect, like sometimes even better, like unleashes some parts of your game. Talk about, do you got a favorite like stadium or favorite place that you've traveled to?
Favorite stadium? I would probably have to say either Michigan, because the stadium was so wide, or like Utah, with the mountains and the snow tops on top of the mountains. I feel like that was a real good experience, and I liked their fan base. They was real supportive of us, of the opposite team. They when we made good plays, and we came to the sideline, they would tell us good plays. That was weird to me because most fan bases are not doing that, so BYU's fan base definitely surprised me with how nice they were and things like that. And then fourth quarter came and they turned the lights on and they had the fire going, and, they was just doing the dances and beating on the chest and everything like that. And I like that because it got me hyped on the fourth quarter, so, and it was a close game. We end up winning that game by 3 points on a walk-off field goal.
You said Michigan and then BYU was the two?
Yep, Michigan, because it's the biggest college stadium, so they got a big fan base, and they just had a great year. So, it was full capacity. It was the first game of the season. It was a real good experience going out there to Michigan.
Right. Yeah, of course, that's the biggest football stadium in the world. And yeah, right. So pretty crazy stuff, and that's cool. I've seen BYU Stadium. I've never heard anyone talk about it, like the environment, but I've seen the everything around it and just what it's like. That's pretty sick.
Yeah, it's real loud. It's loud. Every play is loud. It's like their stadium is high. It's high, and it's not up on you, but it goes high. And I don't know. It's real loud though. It was louder than Michigan, I could say. Really, it was real loud.
Damn, man, that's pretty wild too. The whole, like, all the Mormons getting hyped for football.
Yeah, they gave us a gift bag. They gave us a gift bag even. They gave us a gift bag in our lockers, and our coach, Coach Houston, he said, don't take that into consideration. They're trying to soften us up.
Because that goes back to that like talking where you like it's playing nice, trying to get in your head.
Right.
That's funny, man. I know you were number 4. How far is that? Does that go back like to high school?
That goes back. That was my first number in football ever.
Sick,
I
man.
wore it in Little League, my whole Little League career. I wore it in high school, my whole high school career. I wore it in junior college, and then I finished my senior year at ECU with number 4. So, that number that's gonna live with me forever. I feel like I'm gonna get it tattooed on my body soon. Just because it resembles a real deep definition of me in the game of football. Like the number 4, I love the number 4. That's my favorite number. And then just taking it into football with me, having that on my back and on my front side, it always meant a lot to me. But a number is just a number. I try to tell all the young guys that because they come out of high school and I want number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and I tell them that, man, go make plays on the football field. Establish yourself and do what you do. It don't matter what number you got on. You make the number don't make you. So, a lot of young guys get confused with that. They feel like they need a certain number on their chest to be able to do certain things, which is all the way wrong.
Right. Yeah, I agree. I think actually I don't know how I feel about the whole NFL rule now with where like everyone can wear mostly whatever numbers, where guys are wearing single digits on defense everywhere and stuff like that. I feel like I kind of like the old like system, but I don't know how to
No, I like the new system. I like the new system.
I
got
like
a
it for
chance
a
to be
lot
able
of
to
guys, but I don't know. No one's wearing 80 anymore. No one's wearing the receivers in the 80s or anything creative anymore. It's just all the single digits and teens.
Right.
That's just my opinion. I got 2 more here before I let you go, Julius. Appreciate your time and everything. This has been fun.
Oh yeah, you already know.
Just talk about going into the pros at the next level. What's your dream? Like what do you dream of being at the next level?
I really just dream of being able to capitalize off of me playing football, at the highest level and being able to establish myself there and just play the game that I love. And I definitely want to have a great career while I'm in the NFL and just be able to, once I'm done with the game, be able to teach others how to get to that level and play at that level for years, and not just a few seasons, play at a high level for multiple years. So I still got a lot of work to do, and I still got that chip on my shoulder that I got to prove myself every day. So that's how I feel like I'm gonna have that chip on my shoulder for my whole career, and I know that I'm gonna prove myself wherever I go. So it's just only a matter of time.
Facts, yes, sir. I like what everything you said about just going to the pros and having a long career and everything. Just after going over everything this whole time and going through everything like your whole career of college, you must have picked up on a lot, like I said, with meeting guys in different locker rooms and different even like studying stuff throughout school. What's your passion in life? Like what do you feel like on a day-to-day that you look for in terms of making what you do worth it?
I try to find that. I try to find that balance between like. Hold on, repeat that question one more time. Repeat that question. Hey, that was a good question.
My fault. Just talk about, like I said, like what's your passion in life? And what do you look for day to day, like that makes stuff worth it? And what kind of patterns do you enjoy in life?
A lot of my passion comes from my family. Just trying to be able to provide for them. And being somebody that my sisters and my brothers and my whole family can be able to brag on and just be an example, and leave a legacy, that's way beyond me, and be able to touch as many lives as I can each day. I feel like that's the biggest thing that I look forward to each and every day, just try to connect with everybody, even going running errands or on your day-to-day, just try to talk to as much people as you can and just try to uplift people and try to make other people's days better and, just try to be a good person out here in this world and just try to do good, you know, in anything you do and give it your all and just be all the way in. If you're going to do something, you might as well do it all the way, you know. So that's what I pride myself on. And just my family, that's my biggest motivation. You know, I feel like if your passion is big enough, then you don't really need too much motivation because it's going to be automatic. So, you know, I listen to a few motivational videos, but I really feel like I don't need it to get going. I feel like it's automatic with me. And the way I love the game is, you know, it's just something that, you know, is going to live with me forever. And I know that, you know, that I'm going to do great things with it and touch a lot of people with that game.
Yeah, sir. Like I said, it is always important to like, the relationships. Like that's a big part of what I do and what I've really enjoyed and become my passion in life. And that's cool, a cool thing to hear. And like I said, I appreciate all your answers and everything you've been saying and adding. And yeah, I really appreciate just everything, Julius. It's been a lot of fun.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. It's been a lot of fun for sure.
Bet.
I appreciate you too. I definitely appreciate you.
Yeah, man. You got anything you want to say for the interview before I let you go?
Oh yeah, shout out to my guy, man, Call The Huddle, man. He stuck with me for a long time, you know, and we got great things in store, and I know he's gonna do great things, you know, with his career, and it's only a matter of time till he blow up, and he's gonna be the #1 publisher on sports here in a minute. So y'all just stay tuned on what he got coming.